If you see red, it's not blood, it's just my die-cam layout fluid. Well, welcome back to the channel. So in this video we're going to continue with the cladding planks. So is it cladding or is it cladding? Cladding is a covering used to prevent the radiation or conduction of heat, e.g. a boiler casing. Key usage examples of cladding: a timber or metal casing used as insulation around a locomotive boiler, steam pipe or engine cylinder to prevent heat loss. So it's cladding. This term is frequently used in mechanics, mining and Old Scottish, well, I'm in Scotland, dating back to the 16th century. Scottish usage, a term for clothing or attire. Well, clothing is insulation, so it's cladding. I'm well clad today. So in my last video I did get some really good comments. Some were related to health and safety issues when I was using the router. Quite a few people made reference to scratch blocks, or is it scratch stocks? Never heard of such a thing. So let's have a look. What are scratch blocks? Scratch blocks are puzzle piece shaped colour coded visual programming commands. That's not right. What are scratch stocks? A scratch stock is a traditional handheld woodworking tool used to scrape decorative profiles, beads and mouldings into wood by hand. Oh, this sounds pretty good. It consists of a shaped steel blade, often fashioned from saw blades, well, I've got plenty of those, held in a wooden or metal handle, which is drawn along the work to create intricate details. Yeah, sounds just a job. We'll give that a go. So I've got a bit of hardwood. I think this is hardwood. I think it's beech actually, if that's hardwood. Anyway, so I've got a block here, so I need to cut this into an L shape. So I'll just give it a mark. I'll just snip to the bandsaw and cut that out. Be back in a moment. I've got some spring steel here which has been hardened and tempered, so that should be good. So we need to be able to put that in to make a blade. So we need another slot in there on the bandsaw, roughly in the middle. Okay, so we need to be able to clamp that in there. So I've got some M4 bolts. I can okay. I don't think putting one screw in there, so I'm going to clamp that actually very well anyway. So I'm going to put another hole in, split this all the way through. So we'll have two clamping screws. I think that'll be better. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay. Okay, so I'm making 3. So now for the blades. So I think I'll first of all look at making a cutter to put a small radius along the edge of the plank. So this cutter is actually 1.2 say, so that's a 0.6 radius. It's diamond coated, We'll give that a try. Okay, so we need to get that into there and get it positioned, so it's pretty difficult, I think. So I'm going to scratch a radius onto this block of wood, see if it cuts. Yeah, it's cutting. Very good. Okay, so it's got a bit of a radius on. So if I put that in there, okay, kill the radius, push it in. Tighten it up. So what I've noticed with this wood, this beech, is when you play on the surface, it kind of lifts the grain a bit. So we'll see what the scratch block does on this corner. Oh yeah, it's definitely put a radius on. Is it worth the effort for such a small radius? I think probably, because what it means is you get consistency rather than just sandpaper on the edge. Yeah, I like it. Oh, I like that, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Okay, success. Okay, so I've just educated myself on some woodworking terms. So the idea is to put in a groove along there, which will eventually form part of the bead. And once that's done is we'll cut the rebate. Once the rebate's in, I'll radius that corner, which will complete the bead. So that's the plan anyway. Okay, well you can hardly see it, but I have got that little blade in there to put the groove along here, so we'll give that a go. It is cutting. Yeah, it's looking good. I like it. Yep, I'll go with that. There were a couple of comments that my rotary table should have an insert. Well, it didn't come with one. I kind of agreed, so I took it apart, modified it and made some inserts, so now it has inserts and it's definitely an improvement. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Okay, so we've got one more to make, one more blade to just take the edge off that corner. Okay, so I've got that in place. It's very difficult when it's so small. Anyway, so we'll put the radius on this edge now. It's definitely taking the cut, yeah. I can see chips. That looks pretty good. I like that. Yeah, I'll go with that, no problem. So that's one side of the plank done, so now it's a case of just cutting this plank off and putting the rebate in the other side. We need to put the rebate on the other side, and one viewer did suggest that I make this kind of like cradle that the little plank fits into, so that can go up against there and the plank can be just fed in. So I think that's a great idea, so it keeps my fingers away from the cutter. So we'll give that a go. Oh, it looks fantastic. Brilliant. Just tidy it up a little bit. Well, thanks for all the comments in my previous video. It certainly opened my eyes to some new methods and techniques, which I'm really enjoying. So that's one plank down, so I'll continue using the scratch stocks for the remaining 59 planks. So that's going to keep me busy. Makes a better job, and I think it'll be a little bit quicker. I've made some progress on the actual model of the Lion. I had to modify the firebox brackets so I could include a spacer between the firebox and the bracket, and I made some square nuts to secure the bracket. I also drilled and tapped the chassis for fastening down the brackets to the chassis. That's 7B, yeah. I made some square headed bolts to fasten down the brackets to the chassis. So a little bit of progress there. See you in the next video.